This particular Musings on Atheism video is a bit of a clarification to respond to some of the comments in the Atheists Are Criminals video. The fact that I have to make this video is a bit silly to me, but I'll go ahead and do it. It is amazing to me how atheists are incapable of being reflective. Many atheists thought I was actually saying atheists are criminals that need to be locked up, and that atheism itself should be illegal. If that's what you thought, then I question your intelligence altogether. That's rather disturbing. It's just stupid. But the fact that at least none of the atheists I saw that commented or sent me messages ever had any idea what I was talking about. That you are so corrupted by postmodern moral relativism that you think that a Christian who is instructing the atheist, trying to anyway, on one of the main tenets of Christianity, man's radical corruption, that the simple instruction on this doctrine is in itself an ad hominem attack. It's not surprising. I meet very few atheists who even bother to represent Christianity accurately. Certainly none of the four horsemen do, like Dawkins or Harris or Hitchens or any other atheists I've ever encountered. And very few give an intelligent response to Christianity. This was a case where there wasn't any intelligent response to this particular video. The atheists that commented didn't even seem to understand what I was talking about. And I made it pretty clear. I guess you can always make things clearer and easier to understand. But I didn't see anything, as I've listened to the video 7 or 8 times, see where I wasn't clear. I was talking about Genesis 3 and how man, in choosing to reject his Creator, has sought out a different alternative where God defined their morality and their existence. He was the very foundation of everything to them. They reject that in Genesis 3. They accept as truth the serpent's alternative, and in so doing, the ramifications of that choice are that when they pursue science or morality or their own or to explain their own existence or whatever they pursue in life, they do so apart from God. They do so as their own feelings, the ultimate determiner of everything. God's no longer part of the equation. And that when man makes that choice, and I'm going to get into, do a few more videos on man's radical corruption to explain it further, but this is just the beginning of this doctrine. The atheist, in many of his arguments, agree with their arguments themselves in a condemnatory fashion, mind you, according to Scripture, agree with Scripture. Now that's not an ad hominem attack. In the Bible itself, due to the fact that God determines man's morality and has laid down for man to follow a set of laws, his universe, his creation, his kingdom, his possession, which means he makes the laws. And due to that choice in the garden, man is born a criminal. In Psalm 51, it says that David, in his sin with Bathsheba, and he's repenting of this sin, said one of the main reasons, he says, that he goes astray from the womb. His confession is that the reason he did what he did is because man is born sinful due to that choice in the garden. Man has an inherent moral corruption. And the ramifications of that inherent moral corruption is he is always, in every case, in everything he does, pursues an existence and explanations for his existence and his morality and everything. His choices are done apart from God. In rebellion, a criminal and that's what Christianity teaches. It is not an ad hominem attack upon atheists. And if you think so, you're being irrational and refusing to deal with Christianity and their arguments. And if you're going to make any headway, you're going to have to deal with the foundational doctrine that man is inherently corrupt. It explains the world around us. It explains why religion, as well as atheism, atheists like to point out that religion has such a bloody past. Well, atheism does too. It's not religion poisoning everything, because atheism is just as violent historically as religion is, and many historians argue more so. But the common denominator here is man. We're all violent because, as Christianity teaches, we're all inherently corrupt. That's why we don't even meet our own moral standards. So, hopefully those that watched the first video, Why Atheists Are Criminals, will watch this one as well. But the fact that I had to make another video explaining this a little bit further, then in no way am I meant to be insulting. And if that's what came across in the video, I question your intelligence and your reasoning skills. And I state you are so blinded by moral relativism. You are so religious in your fundamental belief in atheism and more naturalistic materialism that you are incapable of even understanding the other side's arguments. Whether you agree with them or not is irrelevant. Just understanding them. Thank you.